shooting very cinematic footage to like a sport mode, almost to where you're not even using it to film, you're just flying and having a good time. I like to chase my son on sports mode. He enjoys the heck out of it, don't judge me. What a beautiful day, my friends. Today, it is straw hat weather. I love straw hat weather. Straw hats are so much more comfortable. So, my drone, the DJI Mavic Zoom. Check that bad boy out. As you might know on Average Guy Review, if you come here looking for specs and things like that, I can't help you out. But I can tell you whether it's awesome or it's a piece of crap or somewhere in between. And I can honestly say this is awesome. It folds up extremely small. The only downside is battery life. And let me preface that by saying this is my first and only drone, so I don't know what good battery life is. But I get about 22 minutes out of it. One of the things I love the most is the home button. I can fly this thing as far as it'll go, and I can just simply hit the home button on my phone and it will take it to within, I mean, I've watched it land on the same blades of grass it took off from. So the home button is awesome. It has a lot of stuff like tracking and stuff that I use on an occasional basis. I will probably learn to use it more because it is an awesome feature. It folds up really small. That's it. And the remote is equally small, and you just flip it down and put your cell phone in here. I have an iPhone and it works great with it. You can configure the buttons to make them do anything you want them to do. It's almost like it feels a lot like a PlayStation controller. I've shot in low light, I've shot in high light. I do have some ND filters for the camera. I think that's how you say it, ND filters. I don't know. But it helps block some of the sunlight so it's not overexposed. I ordered it from Amazon and got a few accessories, and some of those accessories are useless, I think. It came with some leg extensions, I guess. Maybe if you're landing in high grass or something. I've yet to use them. I bought an aftermarket case for it. I will say that if you want to fly a bunch, you definitely need to get some extra batteries, because like I said, I get about 22 minutes of flight, and that's on not so windy days. It has 3 different settings, and you can go from anywhere from shooting very cinematic footage to like a sport mode, almost to where you're not even using it to film, you're just flying and having a good time. I like to chase my son on sports mode. He enjoys the heck out of it, don't judge me. But for the most part, I haven't found anything I don't like about it. I would say if you're going to get a drone, I would look at both of the new Mavics. And I went with the Zoom because I can almost parallax, I think that's the term you use, where it can be flying one direction and making the camera go another direction. I can do that with pulling out and then zooming, and it looks like the drone is sitting still, and then all of a sudden I'll pull that footage in real quick. And my day job, I'm a farm and ranch realtor, and I can use that a lot. And it's small enough that if I have like one of my houses for sale or something has a big shop, I can fly this sucker through the shop and make some really cool footage with it. The remote, these antennas pop up like this. I do forget to flip up the antennas every now and then. It has a home button on the remote, so you don't have to stress out about getting it back to you. I'd be willing to bet you're not supposed to always count on that home button, and you should be able to fly at home. And I do that every now and then just to keep my skills up. But that home button has been nothing but reliable for me. The only downside, like I said, is I don't know if it's a short battery life or not, but it does seem like I'm charging it a lot. To toggle the camera, you move this one, and then to zoom, you move this one. And the zoom, you don't lose much quality. I was thoroughly impressed with the zoom. I thought maybe it might pan in just a little bit, but it zooms pretty well. Last night, and I'll put that footage up now, in low light, I flew it right over some deer, and I got, I don't know, I would guess the footage you're going to see, I'm within 100 yards of them. Maybe a little closer, but in low light conditions. And so that's usually the time you're going to get the most activity of wildlife. I think that it's quieter than most drones because I got it really close to the deer, and you could tell that they knew something was there, but they didn't flip out until I flew it within 50 yards of them, and then they took off. But I'm definitely not a drone expert. I'm still learning how to do all of it, and even I can get this thing going pretty quick. To take off, you push down and away on both controls. So just take off. See, it's pretty quiet. It's gonna give me a haircut in a minute. It's beeping because there's something around it. But the wind is blowing decent. It stays pretty stationary. I'm gonna fly it right by the microphone. So right now it's hovering at about, I don't know, 14 inches right above the microphone. It won't let me move because it's gonna hit something. I really just love flying the thing, even when I'm not filming. So I'm gonna fly it away in one of the filming modes. And you see how slow it moves? I'll make it come towards us. And then I'm gonna put it in sport mode and watch the difference. That thing is gone, man. Woo! And unlike so as you can see, unlike the previous drones that have been out, it does shut off whenever you land instead of having to grab it like some of the versions out there.